Remember when we would try and build revolutions and burn the cars that killed our city in the street? I guess our revolutions have spun out of control. We're too dizzy to even organize our own thoughts. We have developed into wrecking balls destroying every movement. Our distance has my mother on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I still reminisce of us blacking out at night and curating kisses on your ugly striped couch. I remember you were obsessed with stars and symbolism of dreams. All we did was take drugs, money, and dreams. Now we're all addicts. Your kisses are likely frail and cold these days. Rumor has it that the places you were once beautiful are falling apart with time. You're lost in my heart. You've been lost in your ego for so long. Nothing has changed here. I still like my eggs over easy. I still sit in a cubicle at work, a cubicle, a room for a living. I still own your Picasso, and if I misbehave, there are more cubicles to be had. I'm still in prison with the square root of rent. It's a goddamn cubist nightmare. We are an empty investment of ideas I would like to return, but you never gave me a receipt. This is the last time I'll write you, America. Tell your sister Liberty, bonjour. You're too much of a burden these days. Too much dreaming, but when this all ends, we will run into each other in another time and another space amongst real stars, have real dreams, and have real movements once again. Much love, freedom. For Detroit, we stare into the river watching the reflections of the automobiles parading over the bridge. From a rooftop, we pick our fancy cars out that will carry us to our funeral. The skyline escapes us under an expressionist erasure. The nights are now cold and nothingness blankets over us. We talk about the Coney Islands and praise the Greeks. Our own shadows have slipped away, and the city cuddles the robotic arms of industry. The streets close in around my neck, and I never understood their French. I'm left hanging on to you. We forgot to have fun last night. You jumped 2 sentences ago. I love you.
Someday I'll give it all away.
Day 5. Today we were able to go outside. It was a third-floor yard surrounded by brick and fence. You could only see the outside of the corners of the yard. We all huddle around the corners and look out into the parking lot. Doughboy says, "I wish I was a bird." I replied, "Birds can't escape home. They fly in predictable patterns. I think we have the same instilled patterns and boundaries wherever we are. I can run, but I have no idea where I'm running to outside of a familiar path." Doughboy says, "Well, I guess you're right." In the middle of the prison yard, he started flapping his arms like a bird. He yelled, "Wagman, we're all just birds, aren't we?" The other prisoners laughed. A couple of them joined in. I feverishly pace around in life. It doesn't matter if it's cell 308, apartment 2153, or a house in 8400 back in Michigan. I fall asleep, I dream, I pretend that I'm free, and I die a little. After I eat my last meal of the day, there's nothing left to do. I watch the birds watching me, and their prison wings spread out for thousands of miles. Doughboy was right. We're all caged birds. Some cages are bigger than others. No worries. It doesn't seem like we'll be going anywhere soon.
Someday